From Malin suddenly turning into a giant red panda, to tiny background details that connect entire Pixar movies together, Turning Red is packed with secrets that most people completely missed. And some of them? They're so subtle, you could watch the movie multiple times and still never notice them. Today, we're breaking down 10 things you didn't notice in Turning Red, hidden details, small mistakes, and even fan theories that might completely change how you see the movie. Number 1. The hidden Pixar cameo you probably missed. There's a quick moment in the movie where May runs into the bathroom after transforming, and everything is chaotic. But if you look closely at the background, you'll spot something strange. A girl, standing near a boy with a trombone. Now at first, it just looks like a random background character, but when you really look at her, the hairstyle, the face shape, even the outfit, she looks almost identical to Riley Anderson from Inside Out. And here's where it gets interesting. Both movies are set in the early 2000s. So some fans believe this could actually be Riley, just a little older. Pixar hasn't confirmed it, but knowing how much they love hiding connections between their films, it definitely doesn't feel like a coincidence. Number 2. The secret brand that connects two movies. Now, here's another detail that's easy to miss unless you're paying very close attention. When May and her friends walk through the store, you can briefly see a pack of gum on the shelf. Nothing unusual, until you read the label. It's Triple Dent Gum, and if that name sounds familiar, it should. Because it's the exact same fictional brand featured in Inside Out during the catchy gum commercial scene. That means Pixar didn't just reuse a random design, they intentionally placed the same brand into another movie. And when you start noticing things like this, it raises a bigger question. Are all Pixar movies quietly connected in the same universe? Number 3. The Priya Theory that changes everything. Out of all of May's friends, Priya Mangal is easily the calmest. She speaks slowly, rarely reacts, almost never shows big emotions, which feels unusual, especially in a movie where emotions are such a huge part of the story. But here's where the theory begins. What if Priya isn't just calm? What if she's hiding something? Think about it. She's obsessed with vampires, werewolves, supernatural creatures, and at the same time, she keeps her own emotions completely under control. Now, compare that to May. May's emotions trigger her transformation into a red panda. So what if Priya's family has something similar? A different kind of transformation, one that requires her to stay calm at all times. It's just a theory, but once you think about it, her personality starts to feel a lot less random. Number 4. The voices that made the story feel real. Now this is something a lot of people don't realize while watching the movie. The voices behind these characters aren't just acting. They're bringing real-life experiences into the story. Take Rosalie Chiang, the voice of May. She actually started working on the film when she was around the same age as the character, which means when you hear May's excitement, her awkwardness, her emotions, it's not forced, it's natural. Then there's Sandra Oh, who plays May's mother. She adds a level of depth that makes Ming feel strong, protective, but also deeply human. And even Maitreyi Ramakrishnan brings that calm, iconic tone that makes Priya stand out instantly. Together, this cast didn't just voice characters, they made the relationships feel real. Number 5. The animation mistakes you definitely didn't catch. Even though Pixar is known for near-perfect animation, there are still a few small mistakes hidden in the film, and once you notice them, you can't unsee them. First, May's digital pet. At one moment, it's hanging on one side of her backpack. Then suddenly, without anyone touching it, it switches sides, completely on its own. Then there's another moment with Ming. She's holding a plate of dumplings during a conversation. But in the wider shot, there's no table, no surface, nothing nearby. The plate just appears. And finally, the incense scene. Ming starts with 4 sticks, gives 3 to May, so she should only have 1 left. But in the next shot, she somehow still has 3. Small mistakes, easy to miss. But once you catch them, they stand out instantly. And the crazy part is, we're only halfway through. Because some of the next details, they're not just hidden. They actually change how you see entire scenes. And one of them connects turning red to real-world history in a way most people never noticed. And this is where things start to get even more interesting. Because the next details aren't just hidden in the background. They're built into the world itself. Number 6. The school details that reveal the time period. There's a scene where May and her friends are walking through the school hallway. And everything looks normal at first, but if you slow it down and really look around, you'll start noticing some very specific details. For example, one student is wearing a shirt that references Coco, a subtle Pixar callback, hidden in plain sight. Then there's Tyler. He's often seen wearing a small band-aid on his face. And that might seem random, but it's actually a reference to early 2000s rapper Nelly, who made that look iconic at the time. And finally, during a basketball scene, Tyler is wearing a purple jersey. That's not just any color. It's a direct nod to the Toronto Raptors, whose jerseys were extremely popular in the early 2000s, which is exactly when the movie takes place. These aren't just background details. They're small clues that ground the movie in a very specific era. Number 7. The Boyband Secret most fans missed. Now let's talk about one of the biggest moments in the movie, the Four-Town concert. It's loud, emotional, over the top. But hidden inside that scene is a real-world inspiration that most people don't notice. Look closely at their outfits. All white, clean, coordinated, almost identical. That's not random. It's actually inspired by the legendary boy band Backstreet Boys, specifically their iconic I Want It That Way era. Pixar didn't just create a fictional group, they recreated the feeling of late 90s and early 2000s boy band culture. And it goes even deeper. If you watch the crowd, you'll notice how fans react. The screaming, the excitement, the energy. It's almost identical to real concert footage from that time, which means this scene isn't just entertainment, it's a tribute. Number 8. The hidden details that make it feel real. Some of the most meaningful details in Turning Red are the ones you barely notice. Like in May's classroom, if you look closely, 2 students have small patches on their arms. Those are insulin infusion sets used by people with type 1 diabetes. It's a tiny detail, but it represents real people, and that's what makes it important. Then there's May's red panda behavior. When she gets scared, she raises her arms and tries to look bigger. At first it seems exaggerated, almost cartoonish, but it's actually real behavior. That's exactly how red pandas react in the wild. And finally, there's a small logo that appears during one of the city scenes, a dumpling. That logo is a reference to Bao, another story connected to the same director. These details might seem small, but they add layers to the world. Number 9. The cultural details most people overlook. One of the most powerful parts of Turning Red isn't just the story, it's the cultural accuracy behind it. From the family rituals to the way May interacts with her mother, everything is based on real traditions. Even the shrine scenes, the incense, the respect shown during those moments, they're not exaggerated. They're carefully represented, and that's why those scenes feel so grounded. Because they're not just written, they're lived. Number 10. The hidden meaning behind the red panda. And finally, the biggest detail of all, the red panda itself. At first, it seems simple, a magical transformation, tied to May's emotions. But when you look deeper, it's not really about magic. It's about growing up. The red panda represents everything May is learning to deal with: emotions, identity, expectations. The parts of herself that feel overwhelming, unpredictable, even embarrassing. And instead of removing it, instead of getting rid of it completely, she learns to accept it, control it, live with it. And that's what makes the story so powerful, because the panda isn't the problem, it's the process. So now the question is, which of these details did you actually notice the first time you watched Turning Red? And more importantly, How many did you completely miss? Because Pixar doesn't just make movies. They hide entire layers inside them. And once you start seeing them, you realize there's always more beneath the surface. If you want part 2 with even deeper secrets, make sure you like the video and subscribe, because there are still details we haven't even touched yet.